this is it. If I can get these last 3 spaces finished today, that is my entire top floor of my house completely decluttered. Now I say 3 spaces, I'm counting the 2 guest rooms as 1 space because there's very little in them, so that will kind of all be done in one. 3 spaces, top floor done. That's what's happening today. Let's go. Now these 2 guest rooms should be quick and easy. A lot of this stuff, like some of this stuff my parents left behind, and they specifically leave it here for when they're back over. So I know some of these decisions will be quick and easy and I can just flick through them while still taking my time and being very intentional with all of the stuff that I'm decluttering. So let's get cracking. Okay, I've pulled everything out apart from the clothes hangers and the Christmas tree. I've kind of already hit a snag in the sense that I do want to keep the Christmas tree for now because I use it to decorate the guest rooms when my family is over, but I don't know if I'm going to be bringing them back to Ireland with us, which means I don't know if I need these little storage bags. I think I can probably let them go because I think even if we did move with them, we can just wrap them up in something else. Those can go. My mother's slippers, we'll keep those. She wears those when she's over. It just saves her having to bring a pair. Little weights, we'll keep those. Then these. So these are just some like cheap exercise tops she bought. I'm gonna text Ma, do you still want these? I don't know. I'm gonna text you and ask you about those. All of these bedclothes I think can go. We've got 1 set of bedclothes. This set actually, these are staying because these are the bedclothes that go on the bed. But all of these other ones, spare ones, these can go. I was keeping them just in case. Just in case what? And I think I'm gonna get rid of this big comforter as well. I got this as a gift, like there was stuff in it, greenery and stuff, as a gift from one of our neighbours for Christmas. Not the one just gone, the previous one. And my mother wanted it, but it hasn't been able to fit in her suitcase to bring back. So she has asked me the next time I'm home if I can bring it with her. Because when she's here, she does a lot of shopping and her suitcase is like rammed. So I'm going to bring that home with me so it doesn't need to be in here. I'm going to put that down with our suitcases so that I don't forget to bring it home with me when we're going home later this year. And then this is, I'm also stuck on this. It's a duvet. If you like so when I did the linen closet out in the hallway there, you may remember there was a duvet out there that I kind of went back and forth on and ultimately decided to keep because it was a good duvet, and yeah, that's basically it. It was a good duvet even though we haven't used it. And now I'm facing the same dilemma again because I'm like, this is a good duvet even though we don't use it. But I'm like, but I already have that other duvet, so am I really going to use this one? Like, duvets are expensive. I don't know what to do about this. Let me text my mother first about these tops and I can be thinking while she's replying. She's like, in my most recent contacts. I only have like 3 people basically that I contact all the time. One is my mother, one is my best friend back in Ireland, and one is my husband. That's it. I'll put away. There's actually nothing that I'm putting away except for the bedclothes and her slippers. Oh, and the little weights that she does use. Keep, I'm hoping to be needing them in the sunshine. Right, duvet. I'm gonna come back to it. Let's move on because this is gonna slow me down and I really want to get moving through these. Yeah, I decided to keep the duvet in the end. It answered 3 out of the 4 questions, so I feel like that's enough, but I always keep like a little assortment of random things in the guest rooms just to make guests feel more comfortable. But honestly, this stuff has been sitting in here for a while now, so I think I can probably get rid of it. I will keep the travel adapter. That's just handy. They do actually use that when they come over. Earplugs they don't use. I'm going to get rid of those. Facial tissues I will keep because will I? I mean, yeah, I will keep those. Eye masks, they haven't been using them, so I think I can probably get rid of those also. And they're nice little things, but I think if I donate them, somebody else will actually use and benefit from them. That's one side. I'll do the other side really quickly as well, but that's pretty much the same. Okay, so this pile is the one that I am going to be just trashing. This pile here is going to be donated. It is mostly blankets, bedclothes, stuff like that. And then the small pile over here is for stuff that it just needs to move elsewhere. This one's going to be a little trickier because of these clothes. So the stuff on the bottom is the stuff that I have decluttered from my main closet. I'm basically keeping it until the end of the challenge so that I have all of the clothes that I've decluttered. So I'm kind of happy enough to just leave those there. They're out of the way, but I know they are definitely going to be donated at the end of the challenge. These are clothes that don't currently fit me. And honestly, there are a few from my current closet that I could probably add to this pile, but I want to go through and see if I still actually want to keep them, even if they do fit me in the future. I did go through the bedside table. That was just a very quick job and I got rid of some stuff, most of the stuff from there. But yeah, these clothes I think are going to be tricky. In terms of the bedclothes, like the bedclothes are obviously staying. They have to go on the bed. I've just got a comforter on it right now because the dog likes to sleep there. And she also looks out the window because the window has a view of the street. So she likes to keep an eye on everything. She's right here beside me. And then this is another comforter that I'm just not sure about. That's a really nice one and it goes really well with that bed. So I think I'm actually going to keep this one for now. Clothes are going to be the big thing, so let's just pull them all out apart from the stuff on the bottom and see if I can get rid of some of these right now. This skirt, okay, there's a story behind this skirt. I think some of this stuff is actually kind of more sentimental than stuff I'll ever actually wear again, so I may be able to move it down to a memory box. But this one, okay, so this, I loved this. I bought this very early on in my legal career. It is kind of like a snakeskin print, like a suede material. I loved it. I went to try it on, zipped it up. I was like, I look amazing. This is great. I'm definitely getting it. Could not get the zip back down. I don't know how long I was in that dressing room. Quite a while before I eventually had to ask somebody for help. I had to like peek my head out. The lady who helped me, she eventually did manage to get the zip down. I was very thankful. And I walked out with as much dignity as I could muster, which was not very much because she just like almost had to cut me out of clothes. But I just like handed her the skirt. I was like, I won't be taking this. But I went back out and found another one in my size. I triple checked the zip on that one and the zip was fine, so I went ahead and bought it. But yeah, I cannot see myself ever wearing this skirt again, but I'm like, it's kind of sentimental, like there's just that funny story attached to it. So I don't know about this one. I think it's probably time to let it go. It's a funny story though. But yeah, a lot of these clothes are stuff I bought when I was a lawyer. And so they just have like all those memories attached to them, starting out on my career. So young, so full of enthusiasm, so much faith in the legal system. But yeah, I think this skirt can probably go. Thank you. These trousers are another one that like, they just do not currently fit me and probably never will again. But I don't know if I'm ready to part with them. But oh, is there somebody outside? Who's, oh, our neighbour across the street. Her best friend, Bella, I can't even say the name because she recognises it. A German Shepherd lives right across the street. So anytime their garage door opens or closes, she's immediately like, is she coming out? What's happening? No, their garage door is closed. I don't know about these. Let's move on to something else. These I also love. Oh, it's going to be so difficult. Okay, is there anything that I can just make a quick decision on? Yeah, these trousers can go. Okay, great. Progress. These jeans, also sentimental attachment. Let's put those aside. These jeans, sentimental attachment. Put those aside. What are these? These still have the tags on. They might fit me actually. I remember buying these. I didn't buy these all that long ago. A navy pair and a black pair. I'm gonna try those on. They might currently fit me. although maybe not after Christmas, but this I love. This is a process. I know I can get rid of / let go of this dress, even though I admit it's amazing. Even looking at it now in the viewfinder here, I'm like, this dress is incredible. But it's a little bit too small for me. It's only held together with a little popper button. So, I mean, it would just, if I wore it now, it would just completely pop open and I would expose everything. I'm not keen on these cuffs. It's cuffed at the sleeves. I'm gonna have to let this one go. I've had it for a few years. I've never worn it. I know those cuff sleeves are gonna ensure that I don't ever wear it. And I just don't trust that popper button. Let me go through a few more things and I'll get back to you. That was a workout and a half, honestly. I tried on a lot of these clothes and I realized, so the criteria I was using was, if I did fit into this, would I wear it? And if the answer was yes, I have kept it for now. I mean, sometimes I'm a little bit delusional. Am I ever going to fit back into them? Probably not. But there were some that I tried on and I realized that even if, like these ones, I love these jeans and I actually had them taken in when I first got them. So technically I could have them let out and they would probably fit me now, but they're low rise. And I just know that I'm never going to wear a low-rise jean again. These two ones that I showed you that I had, like, were new, I tried them on and they do fit. I mean, they're a little snug, but they're just like regular trousers. I was like, there's nothing that sparks joy about these. There's some ones, so there's one pair of trousers in there that I could zip up and I could button them. It was a little snug. I mean, I wouldn't want to be sneezing or anything in them, but they're just that little bit snug. But I would definitely, if they fit a little bit better, I would definitely wear them. I love them. I'm getting rid of, well, when I say getting rid of, these are moving to a memory bin. These are 2 suits from my lawyer days, but all of these, like, how many are here? 11 items of clothing there that are going. Sad to see them go, but also not sad. Like, just get out of my life. I hope somebody buys that rainbow dress, the rainbow sequin one. I know it's like a little bit out there. These 2 guest rooms honestly took me a lot longer than I was anticipating. I thought this would be a really quick job. So many hangers as well. I just, like, between things that I've bought and never worn, like the 2 pairs of trousers that I bought, they cost $40 each, so $80 plus tax. And all of those clothes hangers, like over the years I have bought extra clothes hangers to accommodate the extra clothes that I've had. When I think of all of the money that I have spent that I just did not need to spend, that's such a waste. This has been quite cathartic though, in a way, because a lot of these clothes I was hanging on to in the belief that I would fit back into them someday, that I would wear them again someday. So there's a certain kind of like acceptance that not only will I probably not fit back into them, but even if I did, I wouldn't wear them anyway. Like, I'm past low-rise jeans. So there are certain things that you just come to realize, just even if you technically could use them, you wouldn't. You just wouldn't. I attach so much sentiment to my clothes and they just remind me of times in my life. They remind me of particular events, you know, outfits that I wore when certain things happened, and so it's harder in some senses to let that stuff go, but yeah, still necessary because the memories are up here. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not going to forget. You know, certain, you know, clothes that I was wearing when I got engaged, clothes that I was wearing when we picked up the keys to our first home. All of that stuff I'm not going to forget. Yeah, it has been healing in certain ways. Okay, current situation, these are donations. This is stuff that is going to be moving elsewhere. And then this is my little trash pile so far. Trash or recycle. Oh, I'm definitely running out of steam now. I know that transition seemed very seamless to you, but in reality, I've just been staring into space for the past half an hour, trying to get some motivation back, but I really want to plow on and get this finished. So we're in the bathroom, excuse the echo. I want to just fly through a lot of this stuff. I have a book waiting for me. I have a trifle waiting for me in the fridge. Those are what's keeping me going right now, but we've got some bath stuff. I'm going to throw out This is pretty much empty. This I'll keep. There's some stuff in that. Shampoo is still full and that is still full, but I know I can put that away in the closet because that's one that my mother uses when she's over. And then I don't know which one of these my daughter uses, but I think I can get rid of at least one of them. There are a few things in here that I want to ask her about, but I just want to go through everything first, and then at the end I will ask her, and then we can start putting stuff back. Okay, let's tackle the sink here. This side here just has bin, and then it's got some extra hand soaps in here. So this is technically the match to the 2 little cups that I have up here, but we never use it. We prefer to use foaming hand soap, so I think I can probably donate that, even though it is part of a set. But I'm not one of these people who has to keep a set just because it's a set. I'm happy to separate them. This is kind of what we usually use. Right now there's like a Christmas one up there, so we'll use that up. And this is just regular foaming hand soap that we normally use, so I'll keep that. This one is another Christmassy one, but I think I'll move that to another bathroom because I know we're running low in our bathroom. Sam's hand wash is running low, so I'll move that in there and he can use up this Christmas one. And then I think I'll just dump this one. It's kind of just like a cheap novelty one. I mean, the bottle is nice. Maybe I'll keep the bottle. The bin will stay in there. There is at the back here extra shower heads. These were here when we moved in. 2 different shower heads and then an extra shower rail. So honestly, I think I'll just keep these because they're not taking up much space. I think maybe a future owner might use them. I'm certainly not going to bring them back to Ireland with us. So they're not taking up much space. They could, like, they're good quality and could potentially be useful in the future. So those can stay. Okay, other side. Oh, there's actually nothing in the other side, so that's handy. Okay, move on to the drawers then. Okay, there's actually pretty much nothing in the drawers either, except my daughter's dental stuff, which is obviously staying, and stuff that my mother has left behind. Different random little hair towels and things that she uses, a few little small products, like just samples and things that she leaves here, and then hair tools, like hair dryer and stuff. So this is actually, that was very quick. Now we're moving on to this closet, which is going to take the longest, but even then it shouldn't be that long at all. There's not like a huge amount in here. These are all the things that I think we can probably get rid of, but let me know. I think we can get rid of this, yeah? Yeah? Great. I don't know which of these do you use. Which of these do you use?
I use the sponge.
The sponge? I'll keep that one then. I'm going to get rid of these.
Oh, I like the unicorn.
You like the unicorn?
Yeah.
I know, but we don't really use it.
But I like it.
You actually want to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. What about these swimsuits?
All of those still fit me.
They all still fit? Do you still want to keep them though, or do you want to donate?
The first one's a little tight.
This one?
I think it's getting too small.
You want to get rid of this one then?
Yeah.
Okay, and keep the other two?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's everything then. Oh, just this makeup-y thing. Keep? Where do you want to keep it? In here?
Yeah.
I'll keep it in this drawer?
Sure.
That's everything. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that was pretty quick and easy. She's sick, bless her. She barely has any voice left. But yeah, I've made a lot more progress in here than I thought I would. And it was much quicker than I thought it would be because the drawers, like this unit here, didn't take nearly as long. There wasn't nearly as much stuff in there as I thought. And we can move on to the final space, which hopefully should also be pretty quick because it's one of those like utilitarian spaces. It's the laundry room, so there's not going to be like much in there that sparks joy necessarily, but it'll just be a matter of, do I use this or do I not? We're on the home stretch. I've just got this sink unit here, the cupboard below it, I don't think there's too much in there, and this closet right here that's just got some clothes that need mending, various like detergents and things. Obviously the washing machine and the dryer are staying. spark so much joy. Laundry basket, the tub, the ironing board, hangers. I may end up getting rid of some clothes hangers now that I've decluttered so many clothes, but I'm gonna wait for now. I just need these. I'll get these done hopefully quickly, and then I can show you all of the stuff that I am getting rid of, donating, trashing, moving, or whatever. Just all the before and after, all the good stuff. But before we get there, we've got to do these 2 last tiny spaces. Ooh, more bedclothes. Why? I'm sick of my own nonsense now. Getting rid of these. They're just going. I'm sorry, but some animal shelter will love these. And then this, if I can even get it out. These are bedclothes that I bought that I thought would be really nice, but my husband does not like them. I think I'll have to get rid of these also, because realistically we're not going to use them. On the top shelf here is clothes that basically need to be mended in some way, just like a button sewn back on or something like that. So that has to go on my silent to-do list. Actually mend all those clothes. That pile is getting bigger and bigger because I keep just adding to it and not actually mending anything. Obviously the iron is going to stay. Okay, let me just quickly flick through these clothes first to make sure that I do actually want to spend the time mending them, because there's no point mending something if I actually don't have any intention of keeping it. And I'll go through some of this detergent and see if there's any that I want to get rid of, though honestly it's a pretty minimal supply, but let's just go through it all anyway. This is a t-shirt my husband bought me. It's got Jovi embroidered on it, but it was black, and then I bleached it to get like the armpit stains off it, and I left it in the bleach a little too long, and now it's brown instead of black. And I do want to keep it because I do absolutely love it, but this is not my dog anymore. And in my head I was like, I'll just use a Sharpie marker and like draw over all of it, but will I do that? I don't know. Why did I do that? Was so silly of me. I was really disappointed in myself. I don't know why I put this up here, because it needs the zip fixing, and I am definitely not skilled enough to fix a zip, so that will need to be professionally fixed. I do really like this dress. Not sure I'd be able to squeeze into it anymore, but I do really like it. But that will need to be fixed by someone with more skills than I think this is another zip situation. It is, yeah. Why do I do this to myself? What's wrong with this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can fix that. Dump. Ridiculous things I keep that can be dumped. I don't think there's anything wrong with these jeans. Why did I put these in here? This used to belong to my mother until I stole it. Her sewing kit, like a really old Tupperware box. And I shared this before, and loads of people said that they also had one, or like they remembered their mothers having one when they grew up, and like so many memories. Like it's just full of, in case everything falls out, but like all different threads and needles and various bits and bobs. So this is one of those items that sparks joy on so many levels. Like number one, it is useful. It's my sewing kit. Number two, like so many sentimental attachments. Yeah, and they don't make them like they used to, but yeah, this is definitely a keeper forever. So I'll go back up. User manuals. I think I'm just going to get rid of these. Part of me thinks like for bigger appliances, like we're going to be leaving these behind. We're not going to bring these back to Ireland, although it pains me because the washing machines and the dryers over here are so much bigger than the ones in Ireland. When we came over here, I was like, I can fit everything into these. Like I can fit myself into these. Whereas the ones in Ireland, I go home now and the ones in Ireland are like dollhouse size. They're miniature washing machines. So I would love to be able to bring these back, but in terms of like electrical stuff, that's just not going to work. It will pain me to leave these, but I'm wondering if I should keep the user manuals for the future owners of these machines. I might keep the manuals and I'll keep them in that cupboard under the sink that had all of the additional, like that just had extra hoses and various bits and bobs that came with this that I don't want to throw out because I don't know what they do and they may be useful someday. I know my skills don't stretch to zips, but I am going to have to learn how to darn socks. I have a few socks up there. I think I can probably, in terms of laundry detergent stuff, get rid of this. It's one of those refillable ones. This was actually gifted to us by a neighbour one Christmas, which was really nice, and I used it all up. It was like a powder. I had like grand hopes of going and getting it refilled in a store that is local to us, but I'm just not going to. We use like liquid detergent now, so I can get rid of. And there's part of me that's like, oh, but it's a nice tub. You could fit something else. No. Okay, we're getting rid of that thinking. No. And then that's it. Everything else in here is stuff that we actually use. And that's everything. This is looking so much better. Well, now that I got all those bedclothes out, big and bulky, they were taking up a lot of space. I did it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I cannot believe that the top floor is done. Two other things I can't believe. One, just how much stuff I got rid of. I mean, let me show you. Okay, so first up here we have the stuff that is going to be trashed or recycled. I mean, that's a bit small enough pile, but it gets bigger. Okay, it gets bigger because moving over here, we've got the stuff that is going to be moved elsewhere in my home. It is, you know, either like memory bin stuff or it just needs to go somewhere else. But the real surprise is this one. I do not know why I have been hanging on to all of this stuff for this length of time. Like this does not, well, the dog is staying. But she's also responsible for the stains you see on the floor. I've got to get the carpets cleaned. But look at all this stuff. I can't even fathom how that much stuff is in my home. And this is just the top floor. Like I said, this is like the most minimalist part of my home. So the amount of stuff that is coming out of here is truly horrifying. I mean, it's very gratifying and very satisfying and it's great, but also awful. Second thing I can't believe then is how cathartic this process was. I actually, you know, like, it's not that I really learned some lessons I did learn, but some things I knew on a kind of, you know, like an intellectual level, but until you're actually faced with certain scenarios, you can't fully appreciate them. So there were certain things that I realized throughout this process. The first is the true hidden cost of clutter, because when I was going through the clothes in particular, there were clothes that I had bought that I had never worn. But not just that, it's the clothes hangers. Also, there's the hidden cost in terms of like the mental cost. So it's taking up a lot of mental space. It is taking up a lot of time as well, because not only do you have to store that thing, not only do you have to clean and dust and maintain that thing, but you have to, you know, repair it. You may have to go out and buy something new for it. You may have to organize it in a certain way. So like me, I had to go out and buy new clothes hangers. You may have had to go out in the past and buy some sort of storage tote or, you know, a bin or something, some sort of storage solution, maybe even a storage unit that you're paying for on a monthly basis. Maybe you bought a new shelving unit, you know, a new bookcase or something like that because of the extra stuff. And there is so much of that, so much hidden investment when it comes to clutter. I can't believe how much I would have saved myself over the years, not just in terms of the financial cost of buying the thing that I never used, but buying the additional stuff to store the stuff that I never used, and also the amount of time and energy and effort that I have put into keeping these things. You could eliminate so much of that by just getting rid of the stuff. It's so fascinating to me because I've been decluttering for so long that you would think that I would have learned everything there was to learn, but no, things still keep cropping up for me, and I still have these light bulb moments almost a decade later. It's weird. It's weird. It's wonderful, but it's weird. But apart from my closet, which is a work in progress, I'm done with the top floor. This is it. If you want to catch up on all the other videos I did for the rest of the top floor, I'm going to link the playlist for you right here. You can even go ahead and save that one, because as I do more of these, as I like move down to lower floors, I'm going to be adding to this playlist. But yeah, this was a job and a half. I'm glad it's done. All that's really left for me to do up here is the silent to-do list items. That's going to be for another video. But for now, I am going to walk around this space and enjoy the fruits of my labor and like look in all the cupboards and the drawers and really soak up the experience. And two, gonna have myself a trifle. I did the work and I deserve it. Slán!